Hello, and welcome to this basic guitar lesson video series. In this video series, I'm going to take you through the basics of guitar so that you will be able to play the guitar confidently. This is for absolute beginners who've never touched a guitar before, and by the end of this series, you will be able to play hundreds of songs with the chords and the techniques that we're going to learn. And I'm not joking. If you know only 4 chords, you will be able to play hundreds of songs because the same chords repeat in a lot of pop songs, for example. And I'm going to teach you more than 4 chords. First of all, we're going to look at some chords, then we're going to use those chords to learn some very popular songs. And then after that, we're going to look at some different styles: pop music, blues, some folk music perhaps. Then we're going to do some boogie and look at some jazz chords at the end. It's not very difficult to learn. And this is the key to learning: regularity. If you can practice 5 minutes a day, every day, you can get really far in a very short amount of time. So 5 minutes a day is a lot better than 1 hour every week, because if you skip loads of days, you will forget things. But if you can keep up the momentum and build on what you've done day after day, that's a very powerful thing. So if you can get yourself, if you can establish a routine, you can get really far in a short amount of time. If you practice 15 minutes a day, you may be able to learn the basics really quickly within a few weeks perhaps, or maybe even quicker than that, and you will be able to learn your first few songs within a few days, I think. The way to use this video series, I think, I'll recommend you to, after each video, to solidify what you've learned, spend some time, maybe a day or 2 in between each video, to practice what you've done in that video, practice what you've learned. Your fingers need a little bit of time to get used to all the new bizarre movements they have to do. They're not used to doing that yet, so you have to build that muscle memory and take maybe a couple of days in between each video. But if you feel it's easy for you and you can do it, you feel ready to move on, do the next video. In this video, I'm just gonna talk about 2 things. Well, I've talked about a few things already, but only 2 more things: how to hold the guitar and what the different parts of the guitar are called, the anatomy of the guitar. So, your guitar goes on your right leg. This part of the guitar body, the curved part, goes on your right leg if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, you might consider getting a left-handed guitar, and then you would sit like this, the opposite way, on your left leg. And but a lot of left-handed people play it the right-handed way as well. So it depends. Just something to consider, something to be aware of. I'm going to teach the right-handed way. So you put the guitar on your right leg, your arm goes here on top of the guitar, and that's how you hold it. You don't want to hold up the neck with your left hand, because you want your left hand to be free and freely move it up and down the neck to play all the chords and everything. So this is where you hold it, and you use your right arm to strum with as well. That's it. It might take a little bit of time to get used to, but it will come with time. Alright, this is called the guitar body, and here we have the strings. This is the first string, second string, third, fourth, fifth, and 6th string. This is called the bridge. This whole brown wooden thing here is called the bridge. This white thing is where the strings get the tension from, and that's called the saddle. We have the hole here, the resonator hole, and or the sound hole. And then we have position markers just to help you understand, you know, if you need to know where the 5th fret is, for example, you go here, because you can see the first dot. That tells you where the 5th fret is, 7th fret. These are called frets. These like steel, there's not, or the metal bits you can see here are called frets. This is the 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, and so on. So now my finger is in the 1st fret, now it's in the 2nd fret, and now it's in the 3rd fret. This is called the nut. That's the other part that the strings are leaning on. We have tuning pegs or tuning keys. This is called the guitar neck and the head of the guitar. Body, neck, head. That makes sense. I think that's everything. Okay. You don't have to spend 2 days to practice what I've talked about in this video. You can go straight on to the next video because I haven't really given you anything to practice. So I'll see you in the next video.